right. So last week we worked on sketching on paper and we looked at a layout from this magazine and we sketched it on a grid with pen and paper. Today we're going to very roughly just work on making text boxes and image placeholders to just mock up how would this layout work in InDesign. All right, so if we look here, we can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 is our width here of a rectangle. And we're coming down everything except there. Okay, so in InDesign, the rectangle frame tool, that's what you hold for a photo. So you're going to click and drag, and we'll just start at about that shape. And for this exercise, I am going to fill mine with black so that I can see it as a photo. All right, so that might not be perfect yet, but I'm just starting there. Then I know I'm going to have 3 columns, even columns of text. So I'm going to come here and use my type tool, and I'm going to drag across and drag down. I'm going to go to type, fill with placeholder text so that I can see it. We are not worrying that much about what kind of type we're using, but I am going to select, so I've triple clicked, and if I go to Window, Type Character, this is where I can change what font I'm using, and we are going to use Myriad Pro because that's on all of our machines, and it is sans serif. Okay, so at least I can see that I have some text here. I can use Command semicolon, and that's going to turn on and off my guides. All right, so I know that I'm going to have 3 columns, so I can hold down Option. You can see my mouse turns to the double, just like we've been duplicating before, to make more than one. Another thing that I can do is say Command C, Command V. That copies another one, so now I have 3. All right, so I'm going to look at my guides and I'm going to see how wide it is. Okay, so I'm probably closer to that. So over here, when you have something selected and transform, you can see its width. So I see I have it at 2.505. I could grab my next one and actually type in 2.505, and that would make it the same width as well. So if you need to make adjustments. All right, and if I'm looking here, let's see, 1, 2. So this is a little shorter, so we'll bring it up to here for now. Bring text here. Now remember, I've expanded my text box, so now if I said type, fill with placeholder text, I would now fill it to the bottom again. All right, now I can bring this over to. Now all of my columns of text are within the pink bounding box, so I must not have done something right? So you're going to have to keep adjusting most likely to as you kind of sort out this grid. Let's see, the picture goes all the way to the end of the page and it comes across, so it leaves me with okay, so that looks right. So that's 2.24, 2.245, and that will have to be right, so at least I'm being even here. And let's see, this one actually goes I think all the way to here, which gives us a little bit more of that room, which will make it now, I think, even. All right, so you can see there's just a lot of playing as you sort it out, so don't worry if you don't get it all perfectly aligned the first time, okay? All right, so things as you keep working with your design, you can see sometimes there's a play between foreground and background, right? This is done by layering, so you've done this in Illustrator before. So this is a rectangle that's layered on top of your photograph. So in that case, you would go to your rectangle tool, different than the photograph tool. You'd go ahead and draw it. You're going to have to turn off its stroke, right? So its stroke is the outlined part. You say no stroke. Go to the solid. You're going to make it paper. And in my case, it's already on top. If it wasn't, remember you go to Object Arrange. You can say bring to front, send to back. So now the photo's on top. Arrange, bring to front. Now it's on top. All right, so you're going to slowly build out whatever page you choose. You can certainly use this one from the issue page. We have the link in eCampus, or you can look at it here to build it out in the PDF, the grids discussion, or any other page that's using this grid layout. So you are going to download the Experiment with Grids page. And I do want you to create at least a 2-page spread. If you have more time in class, keep going, but for sure have your 2-page spread. The other thing that we're going to do is bring in your sketches that you made, and you're going to get them onto your computer, and then you're going to use File, Place to place your images on these other pages. So when you submit your assignment, you're going to have the mocked up layout in InDesign and also your 2 hand sketches.